More than tunnels. No ring. Quiet village.
Another slaver, eh? Well, you don't want to go into Zorvak without your leader wearing one of these.
The leader of these Duergar sizes you up before speaking. Another slaver, eh? Well, you don't want to go into Zorvak more without your leader wearing one of these. He wraps the helm on his head.
Those man-flayers don't see much difference between slave guys and slaves. If you aren't protected, they'll turn on you as soon as you speak to them. A free tip from one slaver to another.
Where can I get one of those helms?
What's wrong with you, Yorag? We've got the numbers advantage here. Let's pick up some more stock. He makes a good point. You're outnumbered. And I bet you'd fetch a nice price at the next slave auction.
You disgust me, slaver. You deserve death. Looks like these guys exist to keep in the helm. And the fight's over. Quit laughing. Axe, armor, and helm of shielding. Commonly worn by slavers who deal with the Illithid. The helm of shielding protects the user against mental telepathy and the other psionic powers of the mind players. Without the helm's protection, the slave trade would be impossible, as the Illithid are prone to attack any vulnerable non-Illithid they speak with. Guess we'll use... no, we're not gonna use our normal form. Something... you notice the large... no. Something about the waterfall in front of you seems unreal.
Boss?
Yes, Deacon. You think tentacle heads be able to read Deacon's thoughts too? Worried they'll be stealing your book, eh? You know Deacon too well, boss. Vacant looking drow. Judging by the blank stare and empty eyes, this poor soul's mind is long gone. There's no worry about killing these guys, they're better off dead at this point. Illithid Abysmal. The Illithid's tentacles twitch in nervous agitation as you approach. It speaks with a voice you hear only in your mind. These are the caverns of Zorvak Moor. What business do you have here? I've come to purchase thralls from your auctions. Mind Flayer considers your words. You feel it probing your thoughts, though it cannot penetrate the protective shield your helmet has built around your mind. It is rare we have human buyers for our thralls, but you would not be the first. But your thoughts are hidden to me. You will have to remove your helm before I will let you in. Yeah, no. I'm here to buy thralls, not become one. Helm stays on. You can't be sure, but it almost seems as if the mind flayer is laughing. You cannot blame me for trying. Very well, you may keep the helm that protects your mind. I will allow you to pass to the outer ring of Zorvak Moor. But know that the Elder Brain is aware of your presence and knows your thoughts, even if they are strangely hidden to me. So our tinfoil hat does not protect us from the Elder Brain. I'm not sure if the game ends if you take off the hat, or do you have a sort of becoming a slave scenario and you have to escape. That's very common with illithids. Becoming of slave, mind control, and then escaping. Intellect devourers. They're a common trash enemy at this point. But if you don't have mind sort of control immunity here, you're so fucked. It's not even funny. Critical hits probably aren't our biggest worry, so I'm giving mind control protection for Pagan. If we lose him, we are in deep trouble. I can turn myself to undead and gain the same protection. Deacon is sort of out of luck, but it's Deacon. We'll survive. We'll survive without
Sure, you're going the right way. Have we not been here before?
Poison Chalice. It's a palace. Poison Chalice Palace. Merchant Compound. Fighting Pits. Illithid Chambers. Slave Pens. Slave Auction. Ooh, Merchant. Unlike the other illithid here, this mind flayer makes no effort to probe your mind as you approach. You don't know if this is a good or a bad sign. Welcome, human surfacer. Unlike some of my fellow possessors, I am willing to do business with those of the thrall races. Who are you? I am a shopkeeper. A simple merchant like all the other processors who come here to the market. But unlike them, I am willing to trade with you. Well, let me see what you have for sale. Ooh, Nasher's Gloves of Discipline. I'm sort of inclined to buy them. It's only 500 gold. It might be part of an equipment set. Equipment sets are not a big deal in this game. There might be some here and there, but it's not used all that much. Local protection +6. Trying to keep an eye out for a better weapon for Deacon. There are good daggers in this game too. Just haven't found any. Prices aren't good, but they aren't kind of catastrophically bad. Yeah, there's nothing particularly interesting here. How much do you pay for my trash? I need a price check. 10,000. Okay, this might be a good idea to get rid of some of our loot. 4 War Axe +4, Pallet Armor 6, Spell Smasher. Okay, what is a Spell Smasher? Exotic weapon. Intelligence -4 and enchantment bonus +6. Silence on hit. Only usable by Dwarven Defender. Yeah, that's not useful in any way. I might as well dump some of our equipment on you. What is Deacon wearing? What are your attributes? Oh shit. Physical attributes are still fairly weak. I think I'm basically trying to get rid of a lot of weapons that I know we're never going to use, even though we might get better prices from them if we just hold on to them. Armor, sort of the same thing. These aren't bad, but at the same time, we're very unlikely to use them. Dragon armor could be useful. Deacon. Just better armor class. A Deacon doesn't have a lot of dexterity, so the better armor would actually be better for him. Chainmail of speed, yeah, it only has haste though.
Ah, I am
And
not
since
a pack
Deacon
mule.
really isn't a frontline warrior, I'm not sure it makes much of a difference. Yeah, it's 2 better armor. So give me the green lead. Has a spell of failure, I suppose. So this only has 10%. Yeah, shit.
Ah, I am
I'll hold
not
on to
a
it
pack
for a
mule.
little while longer. We have an extra ring of something. Major acid resistance. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, let's see. Spell scrolls. Go away. We can use shape change. Level 9. Caster is temporarily transformed into one of several fearsome creatures. Red Dragon, Fire Giant, Balor, Death Slot, or Iron Golem. Okay, 1 turn per level. This could be very useful. Ability to turn into a dragon is very useful. With the Divine Radiance. We don't have Paladins or Clerics, so... Or do we? Hmm. 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 No. We might be able to get something of that nature later on, but I wouldn't change my party because of it, so it doesn't really matter. Mantle of Greater Stealth. This would be great if we want to do the hiding blade shadows fighting at some point, but since we have Balin, I'm very doubtful we'll do that. There's no substitute for this though. Even if we have basic hiding and move silently, this would make that hiding blade side very viable, so I don't want to give it up. Not easily at least. So I think we're done. Yes. And nothing too interesting here. We could get a higher protection cloak at some point, because we don't have a useful cloak really. and that would mean the armor class benefit from these would transfer to us. Currently, I think we have something like +3 maybe. Yeah, +3, maybe +4 in total. So one of those better protection items would certainly be worthwhile. At the same time, it's not a big deal now, so I'm not gonna waste my money on it. Like something that does make a real difference. Poison Chalice Palace. Lizard Folk Slavers. So this is, I guess, for non-illithid, for a place for them to stay. What is this?
Welcome.
This golem addresses you in a deep, thunderous voice. 749 years, 17 days, 3 hours and 14 minutes ago, my creator thought this would be a good place to set up a bar. Wow, you are here a real long time. They can bet you is real busy, huh? You are the first one ever to ask me for service. Ah, that'd be sad. Hey, maybe you can buy something, boss. Maybe you get a prize for being the first customer. Give me a drink. Colin draws a grimy mug full of brownish sludge from the keg and hands it to you. No thanks. You swear the golem's expression changed to one of sadness for a second, but when you look at it again, its face has returned to its normal expressionless state. Yeah, I'm not drinking that shit. Just to make some kind of a robot happy. Who are you? I am the bartender here. I was built to serve the needs of the customers, but until you I haven't had any. What is this place? This is the Poison Chalice Palace Tavern. My tavern ever since my creator died. Mostly the merchants who visit the Illithid come here. I think they feel safer being here together. I know nothing beyond the walls of this tavern. I'm sorry, but maybe one of the other patrons can give you more information. Well, I'm going then. You are a useless piece of crap. Proper adamantine golem though, so I don't want to mess with it.
Hello to you there.
This tour guide gives you a quick once-over, then seems to relax. We don't see many like you down here, surfacer. At least not unless they're serving the Illithid as thralls. She wraps the helmet on her head. Always good to have protection against the mind flayers and their mental powers, isn't it? You can't trust the tentacle heads. The Illithid may be willing to trade thralls with us, but you know they'd just as soon turn us all into thralls. That or watch us bash each other over the skulls in the fighting pit. Tell me about the fighting pits. She shrugs. It's entertainment, and a way to make money if you know who to bet on. Basically, they just take 2 thralls and throw them into the ring to fight until one ends up dead. You can enter a thrall into the pits if you want, but don't expect to get them back. The mind flayers mess up their heads pretty bad. I guess it's a good way to make sure they fight to the death. You should check it out. Go speak to the pit boss in the southwest part of town if you're interested. I'm interested in buying a thrall. There's usually an auction going on at a lot in the central of town. They've got a special deal there. Buy a thrall and they'll prepare it for the fighting pit for free. How about access to the Elder Brain? She gets a grim look on her face. You don't want to be walking around saying stuff like that. The Illithid will do anything to protect the Elder Brain against outsiders. In the southeast part of town there is a teleporter that the Illithid use to go to the Elder Brain, but I doubt the Mind Flayer guards there will let you in. I don't see any Illithid here. And you won't. The Mind Flayers don't come into the bar. They say it's because they respect our right to privacy here, but I don't believe that. Illithid don't have any respect for us. Personally, I think the golem at the bar is what keeps them away. They say the tavern was built by a Duergar entrepreneur 7 centuries ago as a place for the non-Illithid visitors to stay. I don't know if the story is true, but it would explain how this place came to be, and it would explain why the Illithid stay clear. The golem would probably attack them on sight. Okay, more or less we know what we need to do. We need some way to get access to the brain. But how? We have illicit chambers, fighting pits, portal to the Grand Hall, slave auction, slave pens. Slave pens would be my first guess. And not necessarily as a way to gain access, that would be the illicit chambers, but if we start causing trouble here, they'll know immediately they're telepathic race. Yeah, telepathetic, that's what they are. Who knows, we might get access. But the Elder Brain probably knows why we're here. At least to some extent. You feel the faint touch of the Illithid as it seeks out your mind, but the protection of your helm keeps your thoughts shielded. Sensing your defenses, the Illithid's mind withdraws. Greetings, human creature. It is not often we see your kind here in Zorvak Moor, except as thralls, of course. No doubt you are here for the auction. Never fear, we will start soon. The next lot for Pit is a human female, quite remarkable for her species. She comes from good healthy stock and is also a competent warrior, should you choose to put her in the pits. Ask questions. Although it's difficult to read the expression on the tentacled face of the creature, you get the sense the Illithid is mildly repulsed. I'm willing to sell to a human buyer, but I will not lower myself to answering questions from one of the thrall races. Thralls serve a master. I'm no thrall. We Illithid are superior to your kind in every way. I am in the business of selling thralls. I will allow you to bid in the auction, but I will not treat one of the thrall races as an equal. Zorvak Moor is open to your kind, but you are not welcome here. You are only tolerated. Now, shall we begin the auction for this thrall? Let's start the bidding. I really don't want anyone to stay here. Lawful neutral. We do want to start trouble, but for now I think see if we can Aid her. As you can see, she is of excellent stock, strong and healthy. We will open the bidding at 1,000 gold. Let's stay silent, I don't want to pay too much for her. One of the nearby Illithid, your competitors in the auction, meets the price. 1,000 gold. The third buyer increases the previous bid, 1,100 gold for the human female. Stay silent for now. The auctioneer passes the point. 1,100 is a piteous low sum for such a strong specimen. Not only is she fit for breeding, she is also a prime candidate to do battle with the pits. Why here 1,500? Let's try to persuade. 1,500 is too high for a sickly human female. I'll go 1,300. The other bidders seem to consider your comments carefully. This human bidder likely knows more about the health of humans than we do. I withdraw. As do I. I have no wish to purchase a feeble thrall. The auctioneer is obviously upset, but it is clear there are no more bids coming from the other buyers. Very well. The thrall is yours for a mere 1,300 gold. Here's the gold. The girl approaches. Whatever spell was keeping this woman's mind enthralled is now broken. Obviously the Illithid consider her to be your problem. She glares at you defiantly. So, you are the one who bought me. What do you plan to do with me? Send me to the pits to fight for your amusement? She spits at your feet. You disgust me. I'm not sure. I'm not going to give her the freedom, because if they sense she's free here, they'll just and throw her again or gobble her up. So I'm going to see if I can at least maintain the fiction that I think that she's a thrall, so the Illithid can't pick up the truth from her mind. But you'd rather be a thrall than the Illithid. She pales for a second at the thought and gets her old fire back. Don't think I'm going to be grateful just because you don't have tentacles growing out of your face. Being a thrall is being a thrall. Shut up, thrall. You will learn respect. Oh, she's attacking me? What a load of shit. Ah. Do I still have the inventory problems? Probably not. Mostly not. Okay. But what a load of shit. This is not where we want to go. At least it doesn't make any logical sense to me. You can't have any secrets here. So if I'm just going to send her, say she's free to go, what the fuck is she going to do? The moment they picked her up, she's gone. So I guess I was too clever for the game here. Redo. I'm going to give you your freedom. He snorts. Alright, turn me loose in the Underdark, naked and defenseless, so you can enjoy watching me die. I don't think so. It's not like I'd make it out of this city alive anyway. You realize she is right. If she knows she is no longer a thrall, the mind flayers will read her mind and kill her. If you want to help her, you'll have to make her think she's a thrall. For fuck's sakes, game. Fuck you. Fuck you, game. Ugh. You have to deliver a message to one of my allies, Thrall. She looks at you with suspicion. Deliver a message? How do I know how do you know I just won't run up? Wait, you cast some kind of spell binding me to you, haven't you? I'm going to lie. Yes, if you disobey me, you'll suffer a horrible, painful death. He nods her head in grim acceptance. I should have known. Give me your message and the directions to get there. Give her the fake message and directions to find the seer. She takes your message and leaves, not realizing this is the only way to get her safely out of the illithid city. Next time you go back to the seer's camp, you can tell her the truth. I want to go visit the portal to the Grand Hall. See what the guard there says. We're starting to be a little bit tougher here. This is the entrance to the Elder Concord, the sanctum of the Elder Brain. You are not allowed here, surfacer. Go back to the center of the town with the others of the Thrall races. I must speak with the Elder Brain. You feel the illithid trying to probe your thoughts to gain some sense of your intentions. Of course, your helm protects you. None of the Thrall races can speak with the Elder Brain. Tell me your business and I can relay your message. I've come to speak about the Valsharess. The illithid goes into a brief mental trance and you realize it is communicating telepathically with another entity. It gives a surprise start and communication abruptly ends. Elder Brain says you are to be given access to the Elder Concord, but you cannot enter while you wear the helm that shields your thoughts. Oh no. Yeah, we'll have to do it forcefully, which means we probably want to see if we can get slave help. Slave help on our little attack. Something to feed to the illithid in a fight, so we can do our thing. Ooh, the Warden.
Boss?
Yes, Deacon. Deacon wonders sometimes, does you ever miss old dwarf? What his name, Master Drogon? Perhaps a little sometimes. Oh, Deacon just wonders. Deacon misses old Master sometimes. Have you never been back? No, Deacon not want to go back to Ice Caves. There be nothing there for Deacon anyway. And Deacon not want to risk becoming slave again. Sometimes Deacon just want to go and tell tale to someone who knows Deacon then. So they see Deacon as Deacon is now. So Deacon share that what Deacon has become. Deacon think old Master would be happy for Deacon. Does Boss think Master Drogon would be happy with Boss? I hope so. Deacon thinks so. Yes, Deacon quite sure Master Drogon would be happy with Boss.
Yeah?
You aren't allowed in here. No one but the preparers can see the thralls who are marked for the pits. Who are you? What is this place? These are the holding pens. Now I'm the warden in charge. Trolls marked for the pit are held here until the preparers come for them. I watch over the thralls until the preparers come. Preparers? What do you mean? The Durgar gets a sadistic twinkle in his eyes. The preparers are among the most privileged of the Illithid. Before a thrall can be sent to the pit, the preparers have to modify them. The thralls' minds are torn down, their very identity is stripped away until all that remains is a primitive animal. It makes for more interesting combat in the pits. The Durgar grins. I won't go into the grisly details of what the preparers do to modify the thrall's brain for the pit, but let's just say the preparers come out a lot less hungry than they go in. So they eat parts of the brain. Excellent. You're not a thrall, so why do you serve the Illithid? Durgar laughs. Well, first off, I never have to worry about them tentacles getting inside my skull. Seems my brain's a bit diseased. The Illithid don't want any part of it. Second off, the Illithid don't mind if I borrow a thrall here and there. The thralls don't seem to mind either. At least they never complain. Maybe because their brains are mush. Oh shit. That's like being a warden in some kind of a, well, people brain dead ward and just having your way with the fucking prisoners or clients there. Yeah, it's a good deal. Keep yourself alive and you get to enjoy life, I suppose, whenever you want. In the Underdark, that might be a great sounding deal, but Jesus Christ, dude, you're a sick son of a bitch. You gross. Deacon thinks you is not a nice man. You know, the preparers let me watch when they go to work on a new thrall. Most folk get a bit squeamish when those tentacles burrow into the skull, but I like to sit back and enjoy this show. Yeah. The warden, when others feel squeamish, the warden unzips. That's fantastic. Warden gives Deacon a curious stare. I've never seen them feed on a kobold's brain before. Warden shrugs. Maybe there's not enough in there to bother. Sounds like you've got a good setup here. That's why I enjoy my job so much, and that's why the Illithid trust me to watch over the thralls marked for the pits. They know I won't betray the preparers. I'll be going now. If you want to watch the pit fights, go speak to the pit boss in the center of town. I wonder would that open up options? I don't know. I do know one thing. It's time to start buffing. This place could use a little bit of cleansing.
He can do his best.
Don't mind me buffing here. Nothing nefarious is going to happen. You can trust me. I understand you, I'm your friend. Yeah, I want more true seeing. We're in a city built with mind controlling sons of bitches. I want true seeing.
Get him! Kick some ass!
Warden is actually capable, very capable, but he has no chance. Intellect Ravager. Yeah, that used to be a thing. Yeah. No, it's on. It's not going back. Another ward of missiles. Where's its control?
Get ready to be beaten by a girl!
More wands of missiles. This will dump them all on Deacon. There aren't that many places for us to go here. A couple of doors though.
You cannot!
We're doing hundreds of points of damage to these creatures in seconds. They don't have a chance. Berserk Crenshaw.
You can take
Battle Devourer. Oh, they're all dead. Oh, weapon racks. Anything useful? +4 weapon. +4 sickle. It's a shitty weapon, but it's still better what Deacon has at the moment. Not taking normal weapons or +1 weapons, they're pretty worthless. Has to be something along +3 to 4 before I am going to bother picking it up. Ooh, Manticore. And it's gone. Yeah, epic fights here. In some ways, too epic. I feel this would be better as far as balance is concerned if I would have just played on my own without any of the companions. Then I would have had to adjust a lot more to the situation. I have no idea how I would have taken down Demi-Lich. Certainly, well, as an undead form it might have been possible. We would have been immune to most of what they can throw our way. We would have just had to change the order we do things. Arguses. A drow thrall steps up to greet you, his head held high. Where is the warden? Who are you? The warden is dead. I killed him myself. A gleam of wild hope appears in his eye. Dead? I'm Arguses, leader of these thralls. Are you here to set us free, or do you also serve the Illithid? I am here to free you. The drow smiles and reaches out to clasp your arm. Thank you, my friend. I've never thought much of surfacers, but I see I was wrong. Turns to the other thralls. Our revolt begins now. Come, my brothers, we will fight our way to freedom or die in the attempt. The blood of the illithid will flow in the streets. Wait, if you escape now, the whole city will go hostile. Drow skulls. What would you have me do? Stay here to become a mindless troll in the service of the illithid? No, I won't lose this chance at freedom. Let's wait a bit, just until I get to the Elder Brain. I don't think it'll make a difference. Marcus scratches his chin thoughtfully. So you want to reach the Elder Brain? Can see how that could be difficult if the entire city was on alert. But we don't want to lose our only chance at freedom. Why should we delay our escape only to make things easier for you? Consider it payback for me freeing you. We do owe you something for freeing us. There is grumbling from the other thralls, but they stop short when Arguses holds up his hand. We will wait for now. We will try to give you time to reach the Elder Brain before we make our violent bid for freedom. But we will not wait forever. We have to strike before the illithid discover the Warden is dead. If you take too long, we will take matters into our own hands. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't really care if they would have attacked or not. I just think they would get slaughtered. So we still don't have access. I think we want to go to the illithid chambers. Maybe we can murderize a few of them there. They basically are in a city full of mind control creatures and they have no protection from mind control, so it's not gonna go well for them. Ulitharid. Yes. See the shadows. Now they're sleeping here. Darkener. Okay. What is this? Black chest. Crap. Well.
Get ready to be beaten. Get ready to be beaten.
Okay, they can do physical damage with their psychic attacks. So, I guess telekinetic attacks sometime. Yeah. About 26 to 15 points of damage. Still, that could be very dangerous when they're grouped. Reflection ring plus 6. Still, this didn't help really. Suppose we accidentally closed it. Maybe same here. Okay, this was worthless. I don't think we have any option but just try to attack. It'll still help because we don't have to fight against everyone here just to get to the area we need to go. I wonder if I can turn... I probably can't use these though. I was wondering if I could have turned invisible. You sense a strange alien presence in your head. The memories and knowledge of 1,000 minds floods your thoughts, nearly overwhelming you. The images shift and change as the alien presence explores your own mind, seeking a better way to communicate, a way to focus its multiple consciousness to deal with a single entity. You feel a powerful presence in your thoughts, its words echoing as if spoken by many voices across an endless void. You have been given access to Inner Sanctum, a rare privilege for a thrall. We can see many of your thoughts, thrall. We see you are an enemy of the Balshares, and you know the Illithid are her allies. Is that why you have come to see the Overmind of Zorvak more? Yes, I want you to withdraw your support for the Balshares. Zorvak Moor is only a small part of a larger whole. Throughout the Underdark, the overminds of many Illithid paths have pledged allegiance to the Balshares. We overminds now act as one Elder Concord. Only a consensus of all the overminds linked throughout the Elder Concord can end our alliance with the Balshares. So killing it won't make any difference. Can I convince the Elder Concord to abandon the Balshares? A thrall could never convince the Elder Concord of anything, but we of Zorvak Moor Overmind could sway the Concord to abandon the Balshares. Illithid detest the Drow. They are fit only to serve as thralls. Yet we have been forced to follow the Balshares and her army of Dark Elves despite our hatred of them. We Illithid only follow the Balshares because many of our paths are not strong enough to stand against her. If you gave us the power to oppose her, we could withdraw our support. How am I supposed to do that? We once captured a thrall from a strange village here in the Underdark. The village is made up of winged elves from the surface, though they now live below the earth. From the thrall's mind we learned of a powerful artifact, a magic mirror that the winged elves use to spy on their enemies. Such an artifact would give us the power to stand against the Balshares. If you deliver the mirror, we of the Zorvak Moor Overmind will convince the Elder Concord to abandon the Balshares. So, more of an interesting choice. I don't think there's any negative repercussions, immediate ones, if we keep the mirror. However, very powerful scrying tools in the hands of Illithid is not a good thing, and we would basically sacrifice long-term security, and that would probably allow the Illithid to expand quite a bit in an effort to fight this one fight. And I don't think I'm willing to do that, not with the Illithid, and they're not just one ruling species over others. Being under their control is just losing yourself entirely under total domination. It's it's much worse than slavery or subjugation against the Drow. Worse fate than death. No, yeah. I think it's brain smashing time. Destroying us is futile. The other illicit paths will still follow the Valshares. Only by delivering the mirror to us can you hope to sway the Elder Conqueror's decision. I don't care about the illicit, I just want to kill you. What is going on? I can't do anything. Peaceful clearing. Charming young man. Thank goodness you've woken up. You were having terrible dream. I was so worried about you. What's going on here? Who are you? It's going to be alright, my love. Just calm down. Come with me and forget about all those horrible dreams. Come with me and we can be happy together. Attempt to disbelieve your surroundings. I think we have a good chance, because we have fairly strong mental capabilities. Success. A pity you would not stay with us here, but if you insist on doing this the hard way. Pit Fiend. Umber Hulk. Ooh. Special Umber Hulk. I'm worried about the Beholder though, more than anything else. Umber Hulk has mind control powers, don't care about those. I want to get rid of the Pit Fiend before it starts doing proper damage to us. Yeah, the Umber Hulk can try use his mind control powers as long as he wants. Don't care. Come on. Get out. Yeah, we'll be fine. The Umber Hulk is a decent fighter, but it's also very easy to hit, so it will go down. A lot of images fills your mind, scenes of surrender and supplication, feelings of fear, terror and weakness. The images begin to shift and you feel a strange alien presence in your mind. You feel a powerful presence in your thoughts, its words echoing as if spoken by many voices across an endless void. Lay aside your weapon. We surrender before you and beg for mercy. Sorry, I'm going to finish what I started. You are too strong for us. The overmind of Zorvak Moor cannot stand against you, though. Yet even if you destroy us, it will accomplish nothing. The other illicit will still follow the Valshares. Attack. Enough of this talking shit. The brain is...
You cannot win this fight!
Brain is already dead, I guess.
Think you can take me?
Focus on the enemy coming through. I think I should go in first because I'm basically immune to most of their abilities. Not entirely. No one's immune to their psychic attacks, in fact. What is Aiden doing?
Get him!
Could you come here for a second? No, Valen is stuck there. Deegan is in deep trouble because of that. Okay, Deacon, come.
Okay.
Where is Valen?
Get him!
Okay, I'm
Think you can
destroying
take
the
me?
wall.
Think again!
That's better. Yeah. Intellect Ravager. Elder Brain of Zorvakmur now emits a foul-smelling green haze from its smashed remains. Okay, we didn't really achieve anything here. As far as the battle is concerned, they'll have their elite allies. Amplifier room. What is that? Illicit mechanism. Black crates. Mental amplifier. You struggle to understand the many controls of this transmission. Smashing some controls at random, you seem to have activated this strange device. Mental amplifier. Freedom. My mind so empty. Must find brains. Freedom. Okay. No. Guess it's down. Quantum missiles. You have disbelieved an illusion. What? Ah, a couple of black crates suddenly appeared. More illusions. Yeah, they, I guess, hit themselves. $666 experience points.
Wait! What's this?
Chess. Illusion within illusions.
I cannot.
Patterns flow before you. Strange mathematical formula. By concentrating, you find you are able to shift these patterns around. Use intelligence. Attempt to focus on the patterns. Patterns coalesce into the following pattern: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So... you can try to make an intelligence check. That's nice. I feel more puzzles to have this. Even if the puzzle, it doesn't have to be hard, but just allow your character to be as a character. Okay. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Hmm, 17.
Wait!
Cannot!
What's this?
Level up. Well, it was worth something. Yeah, more illusions. I think the illusion thing works better the other way around, if you don't have access to Elder Brain immediately. I mean, you don't get invited. That way you'll have to find your way inside, and at that point all those hidden things and possible switches and the like will be much more valuable. Now they're sort of pointless because we're working our way out of here.
Into the flames we leap!
I don't recall what we've looted and whatnot. Gene is so useless here. Yeah, we're murdering where they sleep. Don't care. You'll have to learn, even if they do ally with the Vulturess, and I'm fine with that, they have to know that there's a price to be paid for such alliances.
Get ready to be beaten by...
I'm not sure if we should leave here at the first opportunity or not.
Think you can take me?
I think we will. There's no real point really trying to go through every little place here. We just want to go.
Think you can take...
Wait! What's this?
Although this is quite a bit of experience you can get from here. Yeah, about 500 per enemy. At the same time, power or
Into the flames we leap!
lack of power isn't exactly our problem. It's of limited usefulness to try to go out of my way to gather it. Still, we haven't exactly found an escape yet anyway. So it's not like we have an option to just get the hell out of here. Intellect Ravager. think these might be illusions. At least some of them. Exit. Well, there's not much for us here to explore anyway. So, more or less we got everything anyway. Let's go. There might be
And the
some...
mighty hero enter the realm of the dreaded illithids, full of traps that could destroy one's very mind. Yes, your very mind. With the slightest misstep.
It's probably open fighting here.
Get ready to be beaten by.
A nice cluster fudge here.
This day is your last!
Kill the illithids first.
Yield before me! Die this day!
Let's see if we can open our way to the exit. Well, the intellect devours against us. Doesn't really matter.
Get ready to be beaten by a girl. Ah!
Let's see. We're going to find our way to the slave pens. If there's anything still there. Probably gone. Yep. I'm more than fine with that. They took their chances, probably got slaughtered, but not exactly my problem. Fighting pits.
Bring it on.
That's the last place left. Looks like that's where a lot of the fighting happened too.
Skull Cleaver!
Zorba, not a real settlement at all, but rather a slaving outpost for the
Okay, and that is it. So a couple of them actually survived. What the hell is still fighting happening here? Trying to get through the gate, eh? Should be enemies here too. Not a lot, but a few. I think I made the smart move with the mirror though. Yeah, immediate survival usually allows, at least from a moral perspective, people to ignore certain ethical qualms quite easily. However, it doesn't make sense in a way to give up huge strategical advantages in order to secure some kind of an immediate survival. Because if you survive, you're just basically dooming yourself to a slow death. And we're down.
I am not a pack mule.
Shifter. What exactly are we going to take? Well, persuasion. It served us well many times. I'll take more concentration. And less concentration, so I can get healing up. Okay. Infinite humanoid shape, so that would be infinite drow, lizardman, and kobold. So, excellent. Epic energy resistance or great wisdom? I think we should take great wisdom. There's still at least outsider forms, which would be great. I think my wisdom is 23 now. It's 24 natural. We need at least one more point before we can take the next one. Possibly two more. Next level output gives us another attribute point, so again jumping into wisdom. I just don't want to take any wisdom feats like that if we have any other choice. That was a specialized shifter feat, I guess, so we had very few options. But the wisdom is just fine. We're getting a lot of benefit out of it, so. So, one more to go, really. An infinite drow warrior form. So there's very little point for us to use our normal form. At least the drow warrior has a lot of physical attributes. There does seem to be one problem though.
I am not a pack mule.
We're going against the undead. I want my call of boarding back though. The helm of shielding is useless. However, I think the greater amulet of health should go to Valen. Undead. Yeah, +5 saving throws is nice, but immunity to their abilities will be better. At the same time, I don't think I'll particularly need anything. It does mean we'll have to use the undead form constantly, otherwise we're in deep, deep shit. We might as well use the Scarab of Protection. Gives us saving throws, if nothing else. We might change our form from time to time, so it's good to have the extra protection. You have the +3 dagger, which is terrible, terrible weapon. Can you use a sickle in a one hand? Yes. I don't get why they gave him a short sword but not the actual proficiency to use it. That's the most mysterious thing. I mean, it's his standard equipment and he can't use it. Wands of missiles. Oh, wand of lesser summoning. That's equally worthless. Wand of missiles. Wand of missiles. Mace +4. I think that might be better than a sickle. It's equally bad. I still like it a little bit better though. Yeah. I think we got a +6 protection ring. Okay, it's not much, but it's some minor improvement on things. Not exactly expecting trouble here, but you never know. So, an undead, not necessarily an undead city, but a city of freedom, and it's the only possible location of the undead army. No, Drearing's Deep. So it is an actual city with living people.